In my last videos, we discussed the subject of last-minute birthday cakes, and I got to take you through my entire workflow of prep, bake, and decorate 2 last-minute birthday cakes. In the same videos, I did intimate that the problems with baking the cakes last minute were completely my fault, as I have struggled to focus attentively in recent times. But in baking and decorating, there's usually the call that may come late at night requiring a cake in the morning. However, there are still orders that may come in with time enough to make and deliver the cake, yet fall under the category of last minute. How do you deliver value whilst also maintaining integrity in your business? So in this video, we're going to be discussing the subject of last minute birthday cakes. I'll be taking you through the pros and cons of taking those orders, how you can minimize your own stress level whilst also delivering value to the customer. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Gladys. I'm a baker and cake artist, and over here I make simple, informative videos to help you navigate cake decorating easily. As a result, I get to talk about all things cake, breaking down techniques and information surrounding the baking and decorating process so you can build up your confidence, especially if you're a beginner in baking and decorating. So whilst you're here, do consider subscribing, hit the notification bell to be notified of videos such as these and more. I have a catalog of tutorials breaking down the decorating process, giving you simple tips and tricks to help you navigate cake decorating. But in today's video, we're talking last minute orders, giving customer value, how to reduce your stress levels, the pros and cons, and what you can do better. It's about 7 minutes past 10 p.m. and there are a list of tasks to get through tonight. The cakes I'm working on are on screen for you. The red one is for a family friend's milestone birthday, and the other is a cyclist themed birthday cake for a cyclist. The bicycle cake is due out first, and even though I'm working on a tight time schedule, I have 48 hours to get both cakes out. So I'll be working through the night, doing as much as I can, and we'll be back to continue whenever I can go to sleep and wake up. I ended up with these cakes last minute because I had a logistics issue with a family member's cake and waited for some time before confirmation. The bicycle cake, though, came with some specific dietary requirement, and I wrongly booked it in my diary. On the subject of last-minute cakes, there's no clear definition for what may be deemed as last-minute cake order, but such bookings do present the consequences of time limitations and may cause some inconveniences. As a cake maker though, I've had the odd call at 9 p.m. from a cake customer seeking a cake in the morning simply because they forgot. Good morning. It's, let's see, 4:44 a.m. and needless to say, I have had an eventful night working through this cake order that I procrastinated so much. It is catching up with me. I'd love to say I am done, but unfortunately I'm not. I've got quite a bit of stuff to do in the kitchen quickly. The filming you saw is on set for me. I've created a kitchen countertop in my lounge where I generally film from. However, there is still some work to do in the kitchen to get it tidy up, and then I'll probably go have a shower, have a rest. The thing I've learned about the way I leave things too late till now is that it means everything is really running at a tight time schedule where I cannot make a mistake, but I also need to function properly, so I have to make time to go and sleep. As a result, when I sleep, I switch off and I sleep. So when I wake up and I have little time left, it can be difficult. The odd call at 9 p.m. requiring a cake at a.m. may seem like a rite of passage when running a cake business, but I'm quick to decline those orders as they are nearly impossible to take on. But to get the best results from taking last-minute cake orders, being organized by having a stock of materials and ingredients may assist a stress-free experience. And if you need more convincing on why you should take that last minute order, even though it's incredibly short notice, perhaps it's a good chance to do a favor to your customer, especially in their time of need. And they may remain loyal to you, referring your business at every opportunity. People remember how you made them feel, especially in their time of need. And while at it, be sure to discuss possible design considerations, especially where changes are to be made. A quick recap of what's been happening on my work table. So I have 48 hours to make these 2 cakes. So on day 1, we made buttercream, baked a salted caramel cake, and made the salted caramel. So my hope was to work in the morning after the night shift, essentially. Work in the morning, get the cakes all like set and prepped, and then work on them in the evening. So it would have taken me less than the 48 hours to finish the cake, and then had a bit of time thereafter to do other things. However, I had an emergency by the morning, which I left, so came back in the evening to start. So nearly 24 hours later, I then started on making the salted caramel buttercream, which I had finished. And then I thought I could, because the cake was baked the night before, I could start working on the cake. But I then decided that I was going to bake the red velvet cake, leave it to set overnight so that the next day I'll work on that in the morning. The red velvet cake is due out the next day in the evening between 6 and 8 p.m. whereas the salted caramel cake is going out between 1 and 3 p.m. So that is essentially why there are breaks in the things I'm doing. So I've done the salted caramel cake, baked the red velvet. I'm gonna now go and start decorating the salted caramel cake. And whilst we're at it, just a quick thing I noted about the last minute cake orders. When I researched subject matter and consulted with some of my caking groups, I was quite surprised that most people don't actually mind it. As long as they are organized, it's within a convenient time, and they have resources, i.e. materials and ingredients. So there are actually some good reasons for taking last minute orders. I personally don't take them because even if I am not baking, my time is booked. I have a son, I have cake content to create. So I tend to not take them from most customers. But between family and friends, I take on orders, especially when there's the opportunity to create something. And I actually will go for a last minute cake order, especially for the cake that I love to do. So there was a ton of information from my caking groups supporting why taking a last minute cake order might be a good thing. But the big but there is to remind you to be sure about your intentions, where money may be your sole incentive for taking that last minute order. Money is central to any business, but taking any and every order, especially when it's last minute, is a quick way to burn out and other issues such as compromising on quality and your integrity as a business. It's time to decorate the cakes, and this is a quick reel of the decorating process because I have a ton of videos with similar techniques such as these cakes here. I'll be linking some of them in the description box for you, along with the recipe details for your convenience. I loved making the lady red floral cake, which was well received, and the bicycle themed cake received positive feedback from the customer too. I'll see you in my next video though. Thanks for watching.